Story number 3. Why is Hollywood hiding musicals? This is just a weird thing that came up that I thought was really interesting, and we'll get into how we feel about musicals in a second. But a lot of the musicals that are coming out aren't being sold as musicals. They're hiding this fact from everybody. The trailer for Wonka, you wouldn't know it's a musical. The trailer for the new Color Purple, you wouldn't know it's a musical. Miraculous on Netflix, Adam Sandler's new animated comedy Leo, musicals, but you wouldn't know. And this goes on and on. I'm looking at the list here, and there's an article from Screen Crush, and one of the things the person says is, I must assume that someone in a corporate boardroom somewhere has determined that audiences don't consider musical numbers to be a selling point for movies these days. And I can attest that's true. Have you noticed this at all, Theo? This phenomenon?
Yes, I have. Do you want to talk about we like them or not, or do you want to save that for the end?
I think they're garbage. Carry on.
Okay. Well, I like them. I actually like them. So there you go.
Oh
So
my
here we
god.
go. Yeah, I
Oh
do.
my god.
It depends. It's like I didn't like them at one time, but we watched the kids and I years ago. We watched The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
the songs are
musical?
okay at the time. Yeah, it's a musical.
Oh, I'm
Greatest
taking
Showman.
that off my watch list now.
That so anyway,
Man.
I say that to say that, but it's funny. The first time you listen to a song or the musical, but they do little tricks, right? You ever been to the one song they want you to remember? They'll play that song throughout the movie, like little snippets here and there, like
Oh, yeah.
Frozen. The
Mhm.
Frozen, the one Let It Go. They were playing that. You watch that movie 100 times, like I've had, because I have a daughter. If you hear that the chords for Let It Go at the very beginning of the movie and all the way through. So when the big song comes out, it's there and then it shows up at the end. So anyway, I say all to say is that most of the musicals song numbers, you're like, okay. But the thing is, they become earworms. So when you watch it again and again, then you start knowing the words. And then next, oh, that's a not bad musical. And then recently we went to a sing along where you actually sit in the theater and they had a little bouncing ball at the bottom with the words, and you would sing along when that came up, and the whole theater's just singing, singing along. But anyway, I digress. I like them, but look, man, in marketing, number one, and I think a lot of folks probably feel like you do that they don't like musicals, so that's probably why they're hiding it. The hope is that the songs are so good that people will be like, okay. Now, there's been rumors that people find us a musical and they walk out, but yeah, the ones that give it a shot, they may just be just enough, right, to get them to stay, and so that's what they're hoping for.
I was mad at Sweeney Todd for that one. Um, I went in and yeah, Johnny Depp got me. I was like, "Ooh, you got me." Um, yeah, it's a whole thing, and it's funny. Like you would figure that for the people that like musicals, it's like, hey, the number one smash musical, and sing some songs in the trailer, and people are like, you know what? I need to go sing those songs in the theater with a bunch of other people who like musicals just like me, and they'll go. But that's not the case. And I'm wondering, do people who follow musicals, are they like passing notes to each other? Hey, dog, don't tell anybody, but this is a musical. That's okay. I don't know.
I mean, it's was one of those things. Hamilton, I went in completely blind. I saw the actual stage
Mhm.
play when it first came out years ago, and not that far ago. And I was blown away. They're gonna be singing they sing the whole time, singing rap. I mean, you probably sing it by now, but they sing and rap the whole time. And when you go in not knowing that, you like, huh? But you get used to it. You're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And but you said you didn't like any musicals, Mr. Benja. I'm talking about
That's what I gotta
Singing in
say.
the
Like,
Rain.
I don't
I'm
like
talking
being up
about
musicals. I They're not my favorite genre. There are musicals I like. There was the Carmen
give
hip
me one.
opera. There was that one
Wait, that was deep cut. Oh,
yeah,
MTV with
most Def and,
Beyonce.
yep, I love that. There was the episode of, what do you call it? Buffy. There are a couple of them here and there where I'm like, "Okay, I like this as a musical." In the Marvels, I actually got into the musical scene there. I was like, "Okay,
Mhm.
cool." But for the most part, when I go to a movie, I'm looking for a story, not a musical extravaganza. I'm looking for the plot and the characters, all this to play out. So when I sit down and they're like, they start singing. And this is terrible. My mother hated me for this because I grew up watching opera, and I like opera for what it is. Phantom of the Opera is great. Porgy and Bess is great. Hamilton's probably great as a play. I wouldn't wanna see it as a movie musical. I'd like to
Yeah.
see it as a play. There's that disconnect for me. That's all I got on
Oh,
this.
yeah. Go see a musical, guys.
Yeah,
Don't listen to Mr. Benja.
if you got your favorite musical that you wanna see me roast, then please send them to me. Catch me
We
at
should do
Mr.
reaction
on
videos of
all
musicals, Mr.
markets.
Benja. We'll have our faces at the bottom. I'll be like this, and you'll be like,
Oh, man. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, story number 4. We got an AI watch here. People have been talking about AI disrupting things, taking over the world, stealing jobs, going Skynet on us, controlling your devices, watching you, taking all your data, and basically turning humanity into a subservient class underneath robots. That's been the boogeyman speak that they've been saying. But it hasn't been so disruptive like that. Disruptive industries come around and they flip over the table, and all of a sudden you go from regular push button phones to smartphones. You've got other disruptions like the the Uber economy. All of a sudden, the entire taxi and driving economy was upended by Ubers and Lyfts. But AI hasn't seemed like such a disruption. I don't know. Is anybody getting disrupted, Theo?
good point. There's rumors, right? It's going to replace 300,000 jobs and it's going to do this and that. Let's be frank. This revolutionary chat GPT that really spurred this new arms race was only a year ago. But and that's a fair point, Mr. Ben. It does seem like it's not disrupting as fast as we thought it would and how it could, because you still need that human interface. But I will say this, the challenge, we're trying to do it in our company, our corporation, but it's almost like a glorified like researcher or copywriter, just basically just one level up from any other type of thing that we use, like a grammar checker or
Right.
idea generator for headlines for marketing. So we're not using it like corporate wide. And I think a lot of companies are struggling with that. Maybe it can help individuals do better with their work, but I don't see it being used effectively. So is it disrupting what we do? No, it's helping what we do, but I don't see it disrupting what we're doing.
I think that's a key point where if it's helping you do enough, then maybe you don't need help from somebody else you might have paid down the
Mhm.
line. I'm thinking of concept artist and, well, let me just mention some of the things that we were talking about. Search, instead of search, you could ask the AI and you get more nuanced results. And I think it's slowly disrupting search, and search is morphing into this now. Production assistance, if you want to make sure you email somebody, you have your AI thing go through all your emails. That's integrated into Gmail now. You can start using that. Visual effects. Hey, so we need to make this whole scene be lit a certain way. Should we go relight it? No, just run AI through it. Okay. Concept art, entertainment visuals, marketing. You want to send out your emails to the right people and they ask questions. You have your chat bots, content creation. All these are little menial tasks, I would say, where they're not like y- you want, you don't want an expert getting replaced by AI. I don't know if we're not there yet. I don't think in any cases, but I'm working at home and I'm like, should I send this off to a VA, a virtual assistant, or should I just get some suggestions from AI? Oh, we have a junior copywriter in the office. Instead of talking to him about getting me 50 ideas, let me ask ChatGPT for 50 ideas. Or we're working out this new sales letter. Instead of getting Sally from down the hall, let's just run it through this sales letter optimizer AI
Yeah.
program. And so that's what I'm looking at, where it's starting to cut off the little bits of excess here and there, but not disrupting anything.
Yeah, I would agree. And also, there's rumors just the AI companies themselves are still trying to figure a lot of things out. Obviously, we talked about the 2 weeks OpenAI corporate governance slowed down some of the things that they're trying to do with Sam Altman's removal and then eventually him coming back on board. So there's some doubt there that even the corporate structure will allow them to accelerate faster with AI type technology, even amidst the rumor of a more powerful generative AI out there. What's it called? Q squared. But we'll see what that looks like. And then Google, who, basically invented the concepts of how these algorithms work, is they're behind. And but their vaunted launch of their new ChatGPT pod, Gemini, has been delayed. And to your point, the new technologies and then all these startups that came out of this, most of the VCs are realizing that, you know what, they don't have the resources or the know-how to compete with OpenAI, a Google, right? Facebook. And so it's like a lot of these
Yeah.
startups with their ideas of how they can do one piece of the AI puzzle is still debatable. So to your point, I just don't see the disruption coming just yet. It's almost just like we've done with, it's almost like we're gotten so good at just hyping technology and we forgot how to just make the technology useful like we did. So it's like before we got Wi-Fi, we talked about it, but we had Wi-Fi, we had computer networking, just communicating,
Yeah.
email, we got that working. And then we hyped it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Now it's the opposite. We're hyping everything up. Blockchain, this, that, now AI. But is the technology there yet? And that's always the challenge now, as opposed to what it was.
Yeah. I think so too.